Well, by this time tomorrow night, updated restrictions will be in effect in COVID-19 cluster zones in New York. Let's get you up to speed here. Upper Manhattan and Long Island are now yellow zones. That reduces capacity on gatherings and houses of worship. An orange zone on Staten Island closes indoor dining, gyms, and hair salons. The governor says the next 37 days are crucial. Just over the last 3 weeks, hospitalizations are up 128% in New York, and that's without all the holiday gatherings still to come. News 4's Andrew live for us tonight in Lower Manhattan. Also, Andrew, with a renewed focus on schools as well.
Right, Natalie, and the governor has emphasized his micro-cluster approach, focusing on individual neighborhoods with COVID spikes. But today, really for the first time, he acknowledged that pretty soon the entire city could be an orange zone. The steady rise in COVID cases could get much worse by New Year's. Governor Cuomo today in East Harlem acknowledged the whole city could face orange zone restrictions, like shutting down indoor dining.
You start at 257. You'd be at 9 on January 2nd. Is it possible that in December you have every area over 3? Yeah.
City officials with a last-minute campaign to stem the tide. New posters with the motto, "Stay safe, stay home."
Please be cautious and stick to your core groups of family members and select friends.
The COVID uptick has already closed schools. Today, many buildings are only open to serve grab-and-go meals for those learning at home.
We all work together as a team.
They have to continue with their education. So how could you do it if you don't have food?
Mayor de BLASIO has vowed to reopen schools as soon as possible. But today, when I asked, he wouldn't say when. How soon could we see that happen?
We can start that clock when the orange zone is declared. I'm going to talk to Albany about whether there's any way to speed that up in light of the fact that we're already shut down now.
And Teachers Union President Mike Mulgrew today said reopening fast now seems less likely.
I think the dilemma is that as long as all of the trends keep going up in positivity, there's going to be a reluctance to open schools if within a day or a week they're shut down again.
And I asked Mulgrew how soon he thought schools could open, and he said unless there's a reversal in the numbers, he can't see it happening before January. We're live in Lower Manhattan. Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
Okay, Andrew, thank you. Now to New Jersey, and another day with the numbers trending in the wrong direction. The state reported 48 more deaths today, the highest number in more than 4 months. More than 4,300 new COVID cases were logged, and hospitalizations increased for the 25th day in a row. The positivity rate also is above 9% statewide. Governor Murphy fears it's going to be a long winter.
There's a lot of fatigue. The weather is cold. We've got a bunch of holidays stacked up. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but we're likely in for a very rough 2 or 3 months, and we got to appeal to personal responsibility.
A 10-day lockdown advisory starts tomorrow in Newark. Mayor Ross Baraka is urging everybody to stay home for 10 days. He hopes that will bring the city's high COVID numbers down. Parts of Newark are seeing a positivity rate above 40%.
And we have some new numbers in for you from Connecticut, where the positivity rate actually dropped for the second day in a row, now just above 4% statewide. But those hospitalizations continue to be the issue here. Take a look, 891 patients now being treated for COVID in Connecticut. Also tonight, the U.S. Virgin Islands added to the COVID travel advisory list. No states were taken off that list.